Up next on the Penguin Business Beat is The Takeaway. Today, we're talking with Michael OMalley, the author of The Wisdom of Bees.
One of the most surprising things about bees is that they actually produce 50 pounds of nectar a day. 300 pounds of honey per year is what they're gathering. And they're traveling in a radius that can be up to 8 miles from the hive. This is a magnificent organization. How is it that they can be so productive and efficient? You can boil the lessons down to 3 or 4 main points. And one is that the bees always do what is in the long-term interest of the hive. So they're very future-oriented. They protect the future more than anything else. They also, people think that the queen is supreme in the hive, but in point and fact, the hive is a highly decentralized organization. The worker bees are empowered to make decisions based on local facts and circumstances. And I would say a third thing that makes bees so successful is what I would call managed flexibility, and that is they keep the action of the colony very tight, but are able to adapt and move sort of labor around as needed as conditions warrant. A fourth thing that I would add is that they actually take very good care of themselves. They eat well, they keep the hive clean, so there's systemic well-being within the hive they really do take care of themselves. The bees have, I think in difficult economic times, I think the bees have a lot to offer businesses in terms of advice. When the hive begins to get inefficient, which is largely due to size, they divest themselves of a part of the colony. So for the hive, constant growth and getting bigger isn't their goal. It's really creating systemic value by throwing off a part of itself periodically and giving that part, which is a swarm, the best chance to survive in the wild. So they recurringly divest themselves of a portion of the hive. But the idea not only is to give the colony more elbow room to become more, to gain efficiencies, but it's also to actually throw off another organization that itself will succeed. So the swarm is set off with the most mature member of the colony, the old queen, and actually who will be the most productive members of the colony, the youngest foragers, with stores of honey. So they're actually not sort of clearing out the hive to give themselves more room. They're doing that partly, but the other is that they're trying to actually create greater value. In the hive, too big to fail is sort of a misnomer. I mean, because, you actually can get too big to fail in the hive, and becoming too big, in fact, in a colony, you will fail. And so therefore, the colonies do periodically have to sort of spin off or divest themselves of a portion of themselves.